In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Hello, I'm Amaya Clark, and you?
I'm Roderick Johnson.
How long have you lived in Cedar Hill?
Lived in Cedar Hill, I think about 16, 17 years.
Cool, okay. How many crimes do you think were committed last year in Cedar Hill?
Oh, I'd say about 20, maybe 30.
Wow. Actually, there's 1,264 crimes that were committed that the police are aware of.
Comparison to 2015's crimes, here's 2014. Criminal homicide murder, 0. Criminal homicide manslaughter by negligence, 0. Forcible rape, 10. Robbery, 19. Aggravated assault, 48. Burglary, 222. Theft larceny, 910. Motor vehicle theft, 55, bringing our total to 1,260.
That's astonishing.
Yeah, well, do you think that the crime rate from last year to this year increased or decreased?
I would hope it decreased.
Well, actually, it increased by 29. So, in order to keep these crime rates from increasing each year, what do you think we need to do as citizens?
I think each citizen has to be a little bit more vigilant, be aware of what's going on, and everybody make their contribution.
Yeah, well, thank you for your time. Hi, I'm Amaya.
Chanel.
Are you a Cedar Hill resident?
I am a Cedar Hill resident.
How long have you lived here?
About 5 years.
Have you ever experienced any crime?
Can't say that I have.
So you feel that the police department does a job?
I do feel like they do a pretty good job.
Well, I would like to show you the actual offenses that have taken place in Cedar Hill over the past year. Here we have the Cedar Hill Police Department monthly report of the actual offenses in 2015. Criminal homicide murder, we have 2. Criminal homicide manslaughter by negligence, we have 0. Forcible rape, there's 10. Robbery, there's 31. Aggravated assault, there's 35. Burglary, we have 157. Theft larceny, we have 986. Motor vehicle theft, we have 72. And our total crimes in Cedar Hill is 1,293 for this year. Is your opinion on how safe you feel changed?
Oh man, absolutely. I didn't realize it was that dangerous around here.
Yeah. So, if you could better the crime ratings in Cedar Hill, what would you suggest?
I would suggest more police presence. I think that when you show force, that it makes people more afraid to commit a crime.
Okay, thanks for your time.
Welcome.
As a student who has lived in Cedar Hill almost my entire life, I feel that we have plenty of police. However, these police are at the scenes, but do they get rid of the problem? Our police shouldn't just bluff by handcuffing people and releasing them. They continue to release the people that create the problem, not realizing those people are taking advantage of the system.
Up next, we'll be watching Amaya Clark as she interviews Sergeant Vasquez, who have now been a part of the Cedar Hill Police Department for 21 years. Back to you, Amaya.
I'm Amaya Clark, and you?
Hi, I'm Victor Vasquez, Sergeant with Cedar Hill Police Department.
So, as a sergeant, what is your primary duty?
My duty is to manage and supervise the PACT unit, that's Policing Community Team, and we are responsible for all crime prevention both in the community and businesses.
Okay, so can you tell me the difference between a police officer and a sergeant?
Well, yeah, a police officer is what we consider our first line officer. He's responsible for going out and we're enforcing traffic law or doing crime prevention like what we do. Then we also have a corporal, the next person in rank, and that would be my corporal, Corporal Herrera. And then we have a sergeant who supervises the unit. So it's a sergeant, a corporal, and 4 other officers. And that's what our unit is made up of.
Okay, well, since you said crime prevention, how do you think you can better the community of Cedar Hill in order to decrease the crime rate?
Well, we can better the community by providing an education. Sometimes people, if they're prepared for something ahead of time, they either can avoid it or make their way through it versus not being prepared at all. So we feel that preparing somebody for a crime or preventing a crime is often better than having to experience it.
So what would you say I do if I see a crime?
Well, if you see something suspicious, first thing to do is not ignore it. First, call and report it. Allow us to come out and take the opportunity to make contact with somebody and maybe stop the crime. Other things that you can do is just be a really good witness for us.
So what would you tell students if they say they don't want to be a snitch?
It's not being a snitch, it's just the idea that maybe you're going to prevent somebody from being hurt really bad or their property taken. And, you know, you got to look at things differently. We got to take care of each other. It's not about snitching or about any of that. It's about, hey, let's take care of each other, and that's how it should be.
Okay, so is it difficult when preventing a crime?
It can be. Even when you provide people the proper information, sometimes they choose not to take it. So sometimes that is the difficulty we face, is that I can tell you every way to prevent a crime, and it's up to you to take that action. Crime prevention doesn't work unless we work together.
Okay, so do you know like the most frequent crime in Cedar Hill?
I would have to say theft. You know, people just stealing things, whether it's in a store or out of a vehicle.
Okay, well, thanks for your time.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. You can see the number of officers we had, so it's not that many officers. And then this is in 1994, and you can see the number of officers is starting to grow. And that's when I started here in 94. That's me right there. And then 1999, you can see the difference again. You see more officers. It's actually growing. And then this is 2002, and you can kind of see the difference here. All right, and then 2004, kind of steady, and then 2007. So this is a little bit of a history of the department. You can see how people change, uniforms and stuff start to change. And then there's some of our patches over the years. This is the very first patch, and then the second, and then that's our current shoulder patch now. When we had our SWAT team, that was our SWAT team patch. So I was on that for quite a while as a team leader there.
So you guys no longer have a SWAT team?